Okay. I gotta get some kimchi here. Ow. What the heck? Hey there, boyo. Yerp.
Hi, y'all. I'm Lynette from Wizard PhD.
Hey, I am Zoe from Snitches and Witches. Heyo.
Another one joining
Yay! Oh, cool. There are so many humans here right now. This is great.
Wait, so Gita, I don't think people can hear you.
Yeah. Feel Me Once says Gita's mic isn't on. You're going to have to do your whole intro again.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. Oh, God. Tonight is not going to be the night of fangirling and mouth farts. I'm not doing that.
I was trying to troubleshoot this because there was a lot of echoing going on and just couldn't figure it out. Let me know if you can hear me now. If you can, I'll start over.
Can anybody hear? Okay. Hear Gita. Can anybody hear Gita now?
Let her know
Bueller?
you can hear her.
Anyone? Bueller?
Can you hear her? Now
it's on! Oh, thank you. Okay, so run that intro again.
Okay,
Take two.
Hello and welcome. I'm Gita Lovegood. Today we are going to be doing the first live stream on my channel, and it's going to be a fun kind of challenge that is popular on YouTube along with the Harry Potter tag. So we're doing the ever famous spicy noodle challenge and the Harry Potter tag combined. And we will also be jumping into chat to interact with you guys. So thank you so much for joining,
Hey there,
everybody. It's so nice to see you. Ladies, you've already introduced yourselves, but I feel weird like
We're here. We're ready.
Yes. All right. All right.
Feel Me Once is into the hype right now. Hey, though.
Shout out to Feel Me Once, Rise to Valor Gaming, and Pokemon for joining the live stream. Thank you so much. And of course, my girls, thank you so much for jumping in here with me. It's helping me a lot with this. It's nerve-wracking to be live.
It is low. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
We're just hanging out.
Yep. It's just us hanging out. Like, and there just happens to be.
And they're just watching us.
Yeah. Just,
Casual.
So I've got
very casual.
Don't worry about it.
Double spicy noodles, and I'm like nervous because everybody reacts so intensely in the videos.
Yeah, Joe is running to grab me a package so people can see the noodles that we are eating. Don't turn them at me! Oh, God. So these are from, actually, we all got the Samyang hot chicken ramen, except Lynette didn't get the stew type.
Oh, I'm away. Sorry.
So if you would like to attempt this challenge on your own, this is the kind you can find at your local Korean market. There are quite a few different spicy noodle types at your local Korean market. Don't be intimidated. Just dive right in, and we're just gonna jump into it.
Just jump into it. All right.
Oh my God.
So I think we're going to try to do a bite with each tag question that we answer. Does that sound good to you guys? Would you rather just eat? Because I know that you said that's easier if you eat. quickly.
It is easier to do spicy challenges if you just continue to eat because you're just continually coating your tongue with a new layer of
like. Are we challenging
Um,
ourselves to finish the bowl, or are we just challenging ourselves to get through the spice?
I think.
What's the challenge be? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. Give us suggestions. Should we finish the whole bowl?
Suggestions in chat are good. I think for me personally, I'm gonna try and finish all of this.
We could do Spicy Noodle Challenge Part 2, answering the questions while we're like calming our mouths down.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So we're not allowed to have any water or milk or anything like that. I do have stuff standing by personally for post questions. One trick that I learned from the culinary god Alton Brown is straight half and half. This is half and half. He says heavy cream is the best, but that lands real hard in your stomach and it could give you an upset tummy. So you don't really want that. I've also got water. And I also have, just disclaimer, I do have alcohol. That is another way of treating the spice. So yeah, I just like made myself a little rum cocktail post, and then I also have a dark beer standing by to my rescue.
Y'all have so many things. I just got my crackers and my glass of water on standby, so we'll see.
I love the I don't need any of these tricks.
I do have an entire box of Kleenex and a towel though, so
also have a kitchen towel.
We'll get that.
IKEA towel hype in the comments.
All right, I think we're ready. Fuel Me Once says, finish the whole bowl.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Rise to Valor Gaming. We all definitely appreciate anybody who subs it. Obviously, you guys know it really helps a lot. All right.
Thanks for the sub. Yeah, appreciate it.
Here we go. You guys ready? Have your bowls ready? I'm trying not to do ASMR, so I'm trying to mix away from my mic.
Right. Only once you are correct with the fact that water will only spread the oils around because oils and water do not mix, and that is the thing that makes it spicy. Okay. So you are correct.
Good to know. Good to know.
This is low-key terrifying. So it's so thick, and I kind of can't get a good angle, but like, girl. Oh, thank you, Joe. Joe is being my lovely assistant. There you go. Yeah. It is bright red. The sauce you use to make it looks like straight up fermented chili paste, and then you dump in a whole packet of basically like garlic powder on top of it.
Pungent.
It's so pungent.
For sure.
Deep breaths.
I'm still loosening up.
I'm ready. Let's get it over with. Come on.
Okay, who's going first?
All three.
What's the first question?
I think we're eating the bowl and then we're tackling the question.
Eating and then answer. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So eating the bowl and then tackling the question.
They're just going to get to enjoy our pain, and we're going to talk to chat.
Okay.
Right. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Oh God, help me. Oh, it's so hot.
That's instant.
Right, temperature.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not bad.
I wanted to say not too bad, but then it hit me a little bit more.
Okay.
But I do like the spice.
The garlic in that is so good. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay. I want to like dive into this.
Whoa.
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Really Singita.
This is spicy. Like, this is a good heat.
It is spicy.
Pokemon says it.
Oh yeah, Gita got the 2 times spicy. Oh no.
This is so hot because I still have it in my cooking vessel.
Yeah, it is for sure a late kick.
Oh.
Get me an alternate bowl because this is like super hot still.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna let me.
My body's not wanting to let me eat it. It's like, don't. For the record,
Oh, I just aspirated.
I'd eat
The wrong choice.
every day. Oh.
I just hit the back of my throat. Whoa.
Mine's on my gums, my lips. Okay. I really want milk.
Suggestion was get some butterbeer.
Oh, that sounds delightful right now.
Able.
I feel my nose.
Okay.
I had 2 kids. I should be able to get through this.
Yeah, so your trick was just keep eating, just keep putting it in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. You are such a... My husband is sitting here drinking milk out of a mug right in front of me. It's juice. You were so mean to me. I love you dearly, but God.
Okay.
Oh, my nose is running.
Okay. My makeup.
You are so mean. He just stole my half and half.
You stole your half and half?
Yes, he did.
That's for emergencies.
Oh. Holy mother of Cthulhu.
My mouth is going numb.
This is entertaining for y'all? Oh my goodness, this is quite something.
Put my hair up, guys.
Oh.
Okay.
Why did I
I had to
this
have one of
idea?
the... Why did I have this idea?
Did you like challenges? I believe.
I'm crying.
You are crying. Oh my God.
Is this entertaining at all? Like, oh.
Are you not that drunk?
I'm dying. Okay.
Oh, John says apparently you don't like spicy food much. Does John know you, Gita? Oh God.
Oh.
Oh God.
Well, that's why you got the 2 spicy.
I have Texas Pete on a breakfast burrito every morning with every bite. This is like 5 times that. Oh.
I'm like hesitating too at this point. My body is telling me stop.
Well, I just hit this like peak where I can't. I feel like I can push through. It's not hitting as bad. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying not to feel my lips. Don't think about it.
I don't know if I can finish this bowl.
I don't know if I can either. TBA. I like spicy. Can we answer a question now? Can we answer a question now?
Yeah. Some questions.
Let's go. Oh.
Feel me once. I appreciate the support hype.
Oh.
Okay. Eating. This is not cheating because this is kimchi.
Yeah, Zoe's being extra. Oh, hello.
Wait. Hang on. Wild Huffle husband has appeared.
Wild Huffle husband.
The kimchi is not helping.
Oh no, don't swallow spit. Oh.
I know, that's been like killing me this whole time.
No.
That's why I feel like I need to keep biting. Why is it so painful with spit?
The Huffle husband has bailed.
Help. Help.
Oh.
Makeup was a mistake.
My lips are on fire. They are burning off. Fire.
Guys, I might have to bail.
Oh my gosh, hey, Zoe.
Oh, help from the Huffle husband. A support trainer came out to save you.
The spicy noodle challenge is no joke. I'm eating the 2 times spicy, and I regret everything.
Yeah,
I'm crying.
would not. I would not be able to do.
Zoe 2 Dots just dropped in the stream. Hi, Zoe.
Oh, hello. Regretful life decision, Zoe.
I can't fangirl too much. There's too
Oh
much
my
pain.
Perfect.
Guys, I'm tapping out. I can't. I'm tapping out.
I'm almost there. My body is saying no.
Sorry, I just tapped out. No, you can't. I have to eat that while I answer questions at the very least. No, you
You
can't.
said you were tapped out.
I'm not fully
Yeah,
tapping out. Give me those noodles.
Oh, for the professor, team professor.
No.
Oh
Team
my God.
Zoologist. Do you guys like the icons that we have in our
Professor,
top little corners?
Oh, Zoe 2 Dots, welcome to our stream. We're all dying right now, if you couldn't tell.
Are you really gonna eat that again?
Doing it for the professors.
Still haven't
Insta
done
store.
that.
Okay.
It's gotten
Well,
to
I
this
just
point.
rebelled with milk, and oh God.
Okay.
Oh, Rum,
Okay.
you are my best friend right now. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean,
I'm gonna
thank you,
eat this while I
Pokemon, but I'm
answer
also
questions,
on
though.
fire.
I refuse to give up.
I'm gonna eat this.
I'm not.
My nose is
I
running.
refuse. Okay.
I'm gonna eat it while I answer
slow.
questions. It's
Oh,
super
awesome. Feel me once. What's your PhD in? Fire mouth.
Keep going until someone quits. I failed Zoe 2 Dots. I'm sorry. I have failed because oh.
The challenge is
I mean, I think at least we all win for figuring out the technical difficulties and being here right now, sharing this time
2
together,
hours of
this painful time.
figuring out echo. I think the challenge.
We've got a sleepy book.
I'm trying to finish the whole bowl because Feel Me Once challenged me.
All right.
Can you tell it's almost? It's 1:30. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's late for you.
Okay.
Linguistics and rhetoric. Nice. Very nice.
From
Okay.
Purdue. Oh, that's really cool. I have several friends who graduated from their nursing program over at Purdue.
Awesome.
It's very interesting. That's very cool. Oh, linguistics. Like, low-key super interested in linguistics. Not gonna lie. Guys, I just drank most of that glass of half and half, and it still burns.
Don't tell me that.
I'm sorry.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We had lots of echoing. It was loads of fun.
It was good. It was fine. Oh, okay. Just having to take the little ginger off to bed. I'm gonna close this door.
Oh, spit. Oh, God.
I'm doing this through
Sorry about that.
Skype
Oof.
and OBS. I had the wrong audio set for Skype, or on OBS, so it was like picking up audio from two different people. It took a long time to figure out, and forums were not helpful.
Forums are not helpful in any way. Zoe 2 Dots, thank you for the kill the spice tip. Salt on the tongue, like direct on the tongue, kills spicy for me.
Ooh.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Wizard Nikki, welcome. Why are we doing this to ourselves, y'all? That's what Wizard Nikki wants to know.
For the views!
Good to know about
Because we love each other so much that we need to take our friendship to the next level.
I bring up collab ideas and they say yes.
Sounds great.
I will endure the ultimate mouth pain for you.
So, like, it's for sure getting smaller, but every time I take a bite, I just, like, I'm more hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It kept getting, like, yeah, it got harder and harder. Oh, but that garlic in there is so yummy. Oh my God.
Okay, I can't feel my mouth. At this point, I can push through. Let's go.
Thanks. I think we're champs. We're for sure champs.
One of my children was unmedicated. How could I bail on this? I was forced to be unmedicated for one of them. Like, they were like, no, you can't have it.
And this is worse.
You guys down. I'm so sorry. How is it still burning?
Oh
my goodness.
So close. Very close, y'all.
These guys do not mess around.
I think I have 3 more bites left.
Lynette, you're my hero.
How are you guys keeping up with chat through this? Oh, thank you so much to everybody for joining.
It's a distraction.
So
yeah, thank y'all.
A distraction.
Oh.
Definitely have noticed that every time I've tried to. I did like probably 15 test live streams today to set this up.
Test. It's so great. Oh my god. Just the lip situation. Like, they're so.
We're all just like,
girl, nah.
Look at the lips.
It's so good right now. Who needs lip plumper? Like, God, just get yourself some straight up gochujang. Just fermented chili paste and just rub that all over your face.
Rise to Valor Gaming macaroni and cheese helps with the burn.
That makes sense because of the fat content.
I don't think I could eat anything else right now. Quite honestly.
My stomach right now is like, stop it.
Spicy kiss crank. That's
oh, that's mean. Oh, that's mean. Yeah, no, the husband just left, so I can't pull that. He's just like, oh, good luck. Lynette, you are legit my hero right now.
She's a trooper. I'm like halfway through this.
Yeah, I got about halfway through, and then I was like, oh my god.
I think I could finish this in 5 or 6 more bites.
That makes childbirth look like a freaking breeze.
Come on. Bite number 2.
Oh. Lynette hero hype. Yes.
Oh, 1 more.
Okay. Oh my god. You were just, I can't with your amazingness right now. Hey.
1 more.
Hardcore wins. I am not worthy. I am not worthy. Oh.
What type of noodles do you have again? Like, what's the difference? Is it just a brand?
I have the same brand as y'all. I don't have the stew. Zoe has the stew version.
Yeah. I think you as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I don't think I had, like, so much or as much liquid as y'all. To be fair.
The burps are not pretty either. The burps are real.
Oh no.
The burps are too real. Just past
Secrets by what? Faking
4
that
kidney stones in the last 2 weeks. I'd rather do this. Fuel me once.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Sweetie, we gotta talk about the calcification that's going on in your kidneys. You okay? You got a CBC? Cause oh, don't do that. Don't do that, shenanigans. Please. Oh.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finish. Lynette, you pushed me.
Yeah, go Gita, go get double spice Gita hype.
Go Gita, go. I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I'm regretting not getting the normal kimchi ramen that I just downed as breakfast. But also, this is really, really good. Good morning from Germany. Den is good morning from Alaska and Arizona and Colorado. Gita hype. You feel me once. Gita hype.
Oh yeah. Technically it's Friday morning for me and Gita. Zoe, you're close to midnight.
I'm close to midnight here in Alaska. It is 11:40 p.m. here in Alaska. Go get it, go! You can do this. I believe at
you. Yes.
Oh, I'm eyeballing this kimchi, even though my mouth is still on fire. That's how good this kimchi is.
Oh my gosh.
Feel Me Once is on Colorado time. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Oh, God.
Thanks for staying up with me. Feel Me Once. I'm getting
exactly. Okay, night, you guys.
Hyper feels.
Right? Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, this is what we're dealing with here. Like that sauce with those noodles, and there's like, I'm not kidding around here, there are chunks of pepper in this. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, and y'all can see the noodles I posted on Twitter. They did not have as much sauce as Zoe's. So I forgive you for tapping out.
Oh, Gita and I both type from Samyang.
I think this bottom part has all that sauce.
Yeah, that sauce is no joke. Like, you pour that out of the packet, and it is straight up Korean chili paste. Like, and that stuff is no joke. Oh my God. Again, this is the stuff that has made me tap out, and Gita is powering through like a freaking champ. I cannot. The soup is water, red pepper powder, white sugar, scary chemicals, soy sauce, salt, tapioca starch, flavor.
Oh my gosh, look at Gita go.
There's garlic.
Oh my God.
Soybean oil.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Oh, MVP. Oh my God. Cannot. I'm just gonna. Once again, I am not worthy.
I think Gita is the real champ of the year.
Oh my
God. 2 times spicy. You just shovel that whole last bit in your mouth.
Cannot. Just even.
Okay. Am I allowed to have milk now?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, that's instant.
Oh my God.
That is the second challenge that I've regretted doing.
Oh.
Now we can say we've done one of the most famous challenges on YouTube.
I mean, you too, but I'm just sitting here. My Slytherin hardcore kicked in, and I was like, this is not worth the pain for the ambition. You must hardcore bounce now. And I'm like, okay, bye.
All right, what were the suggestions again? Salt. I don't think I have any alcohol in the house. This milk helps for like 10 seconds.
Milk helps. Salt helps. Death. I don't know. Zoe Two Dots, I feel like the milk drinking challenge would be harder for me. Yes. The Joey from Friends milk drinking challenge. Rise to Valor. Forget Amita mic drop. Just hit us with a bowl drop.
I've got juice all over my chin.
John wants to know who came up with this, by the way, out of the 3 of you.
Double spice Gita.
I mean,
who knows? who will come up with
No.
this idea. We do have a
I don't know what the
plan.
milk challenge is.
Oh, what's the wait? What's that milk challenge?
I think I would. I'm not a fan of milk, so I don't think I would do well at it.
I don't. I think people have attempted to drink a gallon of milk in 30 seconds, much like Joey from Friends. Which, if you have ever watched that scene in Friends where Matt LeBlanc is just essentially dumping an entire gallon of milk on his face and waterboarding himself, it's so funny. Drink an entire gallon of milk without throwing up.
That is not appealing at all.
No, it's not.
I already feel sick after like half a cup of milk, so I can't.
Yeah, I
can't do that.
Half and half.
I love spice, so that's kind of why I wanted to do this. I'm just like, I watched those spicy challenges, and for some reason, the pain, I'm just like, I want to try. I want to see how it will affect me. Now I know.
I must like, one of the videos I sent you guys was Emmy Made in Japan, and I love her food review channel, and she just did it without breaking a sweat. She just like powered through it, and now I'm just like, how you do that? She was just like, oh yeah, this is delicious. Do 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 do. Zoe, do not. I hate even watching someone drink plain milk, have to look away. Oh, dude, I understand.
I can relate to that for sure.
I really can't. I like eye stuff. I can't do eye stuff. Like, I have to look away. That's never good. I hate doing that. I went to school in a small private school, and one of the tricks that people used to play on freshmen who joined the basketball team was like, oh yeah, if you want to be like really up your game, drink an entire gallon of milk before the big game. And you would have basketball games running over to trash cans, and it was bad. It was terrible. So yeah, no, don't do that.
Next challenge. You guys want to tell them about the one that you're gonna? We have one planned when they make it out here to Colorado, but it's not really a challenge. It's just like, it would be a challenge for people with a fear of heights.
Oh,
yeah, I was sitting here like,
what's the challenge?
Wait, yes, I agreed to a challenge. Yes, no, I remember now.
Once you tell them what it is, because I'm like low-key excited about it.
So I've been brainstorming different, ways to live like Harry Potter, but in the Muggle world. And obviously, flying is a big thing that we can't really do that often. But since we have a bunch of mountains here in Colorado, they have this thing that's called the pterodactyl, and it basically is just this two-seater that just drops over this big, what would you guys call that? I can't think of the word right now.
Canyon?
Say that again?
Question mark? A canyon?
Yeah, basically just this big canyon. And it's not really like a bungee, so it's more just like a huge swing. And you go really far, and a lot of people look scared, so I'm excited to try that.
The thing that appeals to me is like the chair has like back and headrests and stuff, and like a big part of bungee jumping is like getting whiplash, and I'm not about that. I have actually given myself whiplash, like headbanging and windmilling at metal shows. So I can get whiplash really, really easily now. So I'm like, oh, yay, look, there's a headrest there, yay!
I don't know, something about like a bungee versus this feels more safe. It's just a swing, I guess.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah.
There's like a swing, and there's a 5-point harness. Right. Like, you're more in danger of getting hurt on an actual swing set than this thing. Like, no big.
Like, same.
Don't worry about it.
I think I would be more okay with hang gliding, but parachuting is different because it's like more scary because you've got to pull it versus like the hang glider is like constantly out, like there from the beginning.
Yeah. Exactly. And like, okay, random thing from Zoe's past. I did a like one-off trapeze class in Seattle, and like they had you in a harness in that too, and there was like a net below you. Like there's just it's just like so much more safe than even like any playground material you have ever been on. So like if you ever want to take a trapeze class, I super recommend it. It was so much fun. So I'm super down.
Awesome.
Let me.
Ooh. Rather take on the spicy noodles. I mean, girl.
Turn my volume up a little bit. Let me know if it's fixed.
Hey, Zoe Two Dots, you should low-key, like, come with us on the swing thing.
Oh, hey, if you,
Yes.
Let's do the heights.
It's a 2-seater swing person. Come on, be our
We
fourth
do.
week.
That's true. That's very
Come
true.
on. This will be super fun.
Come to Colorado. It's super, super awesome here.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually surprisingly a lot to do, and like the scenery is super, super different all the way across the state. It's really easy to make it look like you're all over the world just driving a few hours apart.
She says when.
When?
Zoe Two Dots says when. Let's swing.
We also have welcome Scott from Zoe's tweet. Awesome.
Okay,
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
You even spelled my name right.
Zoe tweeted.
Oh yeah.
Which Zoe?
Good
question. Probably
because
you.
me and Zoe Two Dots spell our names the same. So actually,
I'm just going to
don't
assume it's you because, like, yeah. 'Cause I know that you tweeted. Thank you for coming. When are we going to jump? When are we going?
Oh God, it's snorting. Help. Oh God, help. So I hear my husband snort from the next room.
I think we were going to swing this summer, but we can totally plan it with you to make sure that we can all be here at the same time.
Yes.
DIA is really easy to fly into from anywhere, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. We had like questions to answer, remember?
I have my I'm ready.
The spice is finally.
Although I'm good. Y'all need a second? That's good.
Scott, yes. Gita and Lynette successfully managed the spicy noodle challenge. I, on the other hand, like low-key failed. My Slytherin side kicked in too hard, and I was just like, this is not worth the pain for your ambition. Will this truly make you reach your goals? I don't know.
I will say, the first 2 bites were the worst.
What? Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah. And then you keep eating, you're like, okay, this is fine. And then, like, you start aspirating, like, more and more, air into your mouth. And then it, like, activates those oils again and again and again. You're just like, it doesn't stop.
I would get a bite, and then there'd be, like, a little piece hanging off. And I'm like, I'm trying to get it the rest in my mouth. And I would just have to, like, bite it off. I can't do it.
No. It's sitting here, like, taunting me and also smelling deliciously of garlic, which I'm super enjoying. And I'm like, foul temptress, you shall not sway me.
Well, what did Huffle husband think? Because he had some, right?
He had a couple of bites, and he was like, this is definitely worth trying again. And we have, like, you can only buy this stuff in 5 packs, right. So he can have the rest. I'm just going to go get my normal kimchi ramen, which I super love. And we'll definitely eat for breakfast.
That's what I was going to say. I'll probably give Larry 1 pack and then maybe, like, give 3 away to people in chat that want them whenever I meet you. Mm-hmm. I'm really bad at mailing things. Otherwise, I would do, like, some sort of giveaway. But, like, I'm awful. The worst person in the world at remembering to go to the post office.
Well, that means social interaction, and that's an issue.
That too.
I empathize with that.
And then there's, like, finding the right packaging and trying to figure out all the addresses. Maybe it'll be easier doing all of this. Maybe. Although everybody says that doing giveaways on YouTube is like the hardest thing. Because you can't contact people.
Yeah.
I can only...
Yeah, it's really hard.
The spice is down to just my lips. I don't feel it in my mouth.
I still feel it, like, just everywhere. Including my throat, which is doing my throat really good.
Okay, I guess
at this the point is...
I guess I feel it in my throat. I forgot that your throat is really sore, so you would really just be like, I'm so sorry.
It is. Oh, don't worry about it. Like, I was totally good. And then, like, with this whole cold thing, and then allergy season came here in Alaska, and then, like, now my eye is acting up, and I've got the throat stuff going up. But hey, if my allergies are acting up, that means that my autoimmune disease is not acting up. So, hey.
Win.
So there's a win there. Okay, cool. Oh, it's attacking.
Oh, hey, Go Shiny,
random.
thank you for joining.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Good morning, question mark?
Good morning, Dan.
Yeah, morning. It's morning, right?
Mm-hmm. Are y'all going to do a Wizards Unite collaboration when you meet up? What is the answer to that? Oh, hell yeah.
All the time, basically.
So many.
We already have travel plans. We've talked about what we're going to pack when we travel, who's bringing what, you know.
We plan on
We've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah. We're going to travel everywhere together, the three of us, as much as we can. We're also, I don't know if you guys noticed, we each have a little profession symbol. So we make the perfect team. We're each going to be a different profession.
So yeah, if you want to follow follow professors, make sure you snag Lynette's. Yeah, make sure to go sub to her. If you want magic zoologist, make sure you go to Gita. And if you want auras, that me.
And we'll just make like a perfect team working together when we're actually together. So it's just a benefit all around. And it's fun, and it fits us all perfectly. Nikki.
Yes. Nikki. We will definitely be in London at some point. I personally am planning a London/Edinburgh tour. Also jumping up to my clan land up in Luss, Alexandria, Scotland. So I'm going to be over there on the banks of Loch Lomond at some point. So that's a lot of phlegm to just... Oh, Loch Lomond. That's like a whole thing. Anywho.
Spicy noodles for breakfast. I do like to do that sometimes. I like spicy miso ramen. It's not nearly this intense. But it's a nice, like, it wakes you up and it just clears your sinuses. And sometimes it just, like, especially in the cold season, it's nice to get that instant warm up from some spicy noodles.
Most definitely.
Yes, magic zoologists. And I think... Sorry, I've been like so behind on comments. I think I'm finally caught up. I think we can answer tag questions now.
I think so. My lips are still burning. Everything is still burning. The world is burning. All I smell is burning. What is air?
Oh.
Oh, Crivens.
Wish I could help you.
It's all good. I've got much help from all of my liquid friends here, which, like, if I have to dip out for a bathroom break, I'm sorry.
You should call your Huffle and be like, hey, refill, please. He topped me off.
Okay, pulling up the questions. One more time, this time with feeling.
We'll definitely be visiting Florida too. You know, you got Universal. How can we avoid that?
Yeah.
Right. Sure. I've never been to Universal Studios, so like that's a huge part like of this for me, like 100%. So, actually, I'm into Florida. I need to get that way.
All right.
Oh,
The first
okay.
question, I've got them pulled up if you want me to just ask them.
Right.
What was that noise? Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, chapstick is a lifesaver with burning
I know, I
lips.
put it on, but then it was like, does this make it worse? I don't know. We'll
It's
see.
helping me. So the first tag question that we're doing for Harry Potter questions is, what is your favorite Harry Potter book? I'll go first. My favorite one, of course, it jumps around a lot, and I hate favorite questions. But if I had to answer right now, it would probably be Book 6, Half-Blood Prince, purely because you get to learn so much about Voldemort's backstory and all about his parents and his childhood and how he came to be who he is. And I just appreciate that. They don't go into it enough in the movie, so yeah, I have a big appreciation every time I listen to the book.
I'll go Deathly Hallows. I was trying to think. Well, so I'm in my rereading right now. I am on book 3. So and y'all probably have this also, like depending on what's going on in my life, I pick up on different things or different things resonate with me. So we'll see like when I get through this cycle, how I feel. But I don't know, mostly the Battle of Hogwarts, like I don't know, there's just a lot there, and I don't know, I just really like
Creature's Tale.
I just really like it for that sense. Yeah.
I
don't know.
See that. Oh.
Full disclosure, I am actually reading books 6 and 7 for the first time. There's like a whole backstory on that. Currently my favorite is actually Goblet of Fire. I think that is such a fun book. Just like all of the stuff that goes on in there. I think it's very interesting and a lot of fun. But yeah, like I'm currently reading for the first time 6, 7, which is actually really, really great. So yeah, I point on my Potter story, which I feel like is probably pretty valid and like something maybe a lot of people can resonate with because like conservative background, like you understand the whole stigma against the Potter series, which is completely weird and totally unfounded, where there are people like, that's a book Satan wants you to read. You're promoting witchcraft. I'm like, well, actually, there's a lot of really good lessons that we all could learn from these. Okay, cool. You're just going to extradite me. Oh, that's fine. I'll just sit over here in the corner with my fun books.
Magic is such a small part of the books. It's really just like about love and friendship and life.
Yeah. And found families and acceptance and like social justice issues. Like it's amazing. So yay.
Everybody in chat, definitely feel free to answer these too, because obviously we love to hear your thoughts. And so yeah, if you read the books, definitely want to hear which one is your favorite and why. We're going to move on to the second question, which is what's your favorite movie?
Real quick, actually, my active viewers is broken. Do either of you see what our active viewers are currently? Just out of curiosity.
Hold on.
Actually,
7?
I'm going to turn it off. Okay, cool beans.
According to my phone app.
Mine only says 2, but I trust. It's fine.
I turned it off and then back on again, and it says 7. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, favorite movie. You want to go in the same order, Gita, Lynette, and then me?
Sure.
That's easy to remember.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a somewhat cheeky answer. My favorite movie is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Whoa.
There's no book, so there's no way to compare it and be like, well, what about this? And what about this? It's just like all magical, all new, all amazing, and all these magical beasts. It's just, like... Like, he's
Yes.
so cute. He's like
Adorable.
this guy Pickett and the Niffler are just amazing additions to the Harry Potter universe. I wish we'd gotten Nifflers in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, like we should have, because they're
Right.
adorable, and we could have had these guys for years.
Okay, so I am cheating. I'm gonna say multiple movies. So of course, as I talked about Deathly Hallows Part 2. I've also been in my cycle of rewatching the movies, and the most recent one that I watched is Goblet of Fire. So yeah, I know I'm off on my book and movie viewing. That's fine. I don't know. I just couldn't resist. Goblet of Fire honestly was not my favorite book when I first read it. I can't exactly remember why I was so turned off by it. I think I was I gave up like halfway through and I didn't keep going. I think if I had kept reading, I would have been like, all right, like this is good. But Cedric, oh my God, like there are, I don't know, like the last few times I've watched Goblet of Fire, you know, like when Harry goes back with Cedric and like the fanfare music plays, like that gives me chills every time. I'm just like, oh my God, just straight to the heart.
His dad crying.
Having been
Oh man.
Having been with a parent in mourning personally, like someone who's actively going through mourning as a parent, Mr. Diggory's reaction legitimately gets me every time. Like every time I end up bawling at that scene because I'm just like,
you remember?
I have seen this.
Yeah.
I vividly, like it's burned into my memory, like that moment. Yeah. I empathize with that scene. Sure. Like there are times I have to skip that scene. I'm like, nope.
His crying is very real. Very.
Yeah. It's like that scream where he's sitting there where he's just saying no.
Yeah.
It hits. It hits hard.
Not my boy.
Yeah. Please don't bring back memories. Oh God.
We can move on. Zoe, do you have a different movie?
Oh my God, quick. I don't know. Just coming from like a purely visual storytelling standpoint, I have a lot of problems with the movies that are told with the saturation turned up to 11. Where everything is just so dark in the dark scenes and so bright in the bright scenes, and it hurts, and I hate having to crank up my brightness on everything to 11 in order to see anything. So that kind of puts a little bit of a wrench in my answer there. So just from the purely like memory standpoint, I think my favorite movie is the first movie, The Sorcerer's Stone. Me, my mom, and my aunt went to go see it in theaters, and it was just like so much fun to go see it. I was like 8 years old, and The Potter World was that movie. And of course, the scene forest where you first meet Quirrell and Voldemort like freaked me out. I was like, what is going on? And the Devil's Snare scene like totally freaked me out too. I was like, this. But it was still super fun. And like going and getting the first book with my mom after that, and then the second book after that was like a really great experience. So yeah, the first movie, just because of like the nostalgia and also the visual storytelling in that particular movie, I think is my favorite. I think the like innocence of everything, like, and the way it's portrayed, I think is really great.
And the Dumbledore.
Oh, the best.
Go. Dumbledore, go.
Just Michael Gambon, like, get out of here. We don't need your nonsense.
Like, yeah. No shade to Michael Gambon, but like,
he didn't read the books, so all the shade.
I mean, fair.
He said, "Oh, I don't need to read the books to play this part." So, all the shade. All right,
Girl.
Gonna catch
No.
up on chat really quick. Rise to Valor, 2 hours south of Universal. We'll definitely give you a heads up if we're ever in Orlando so that you can try to come meet up. I've definitely heard of people, Postmon, I've heard of people burning Harry Potter books for years, I think, ever since, like, I heard of Harry Potter. Unfortunately.
I just about got burned at the stake as an 8-year-old bringing a Harry Potter book to church. So, like, yes, I totally there was just, like, judgment. I was like, this is a good book, though.
Same with the Crimes of Grindelwald ending. That one was jaw-dropping. Still trying to figure that one out, of course. Like, everybody in the world, like, how?
So I just want to say, I really liked Crimes of Grindelwald. I know that people have some thoughts about it, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like lately, movies that I like, people seem to hate on. So I don't know.
Same.
Maybe it's just like a...
I also personally have some beef with Crimes of Grindelwald. I mean, I was able to follow most of it, like, not a big problem, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. I mean, I just have to wait and see, because it's like, it's a middle point in the series. So, like, I'm gonna give it its time.
I think I went into
but I'm still like,
I went into it expecting to come out with questions, because it is going to be a 5-part series. And I know how J.K. Rowling is, so I don't know.
Yeah. If you already know how that rolls. I'm just not appreciating the panic attack I got with the baby drowning scene. That was not okay.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hardcore panic attack in the theater with that.
Hold on one second.
No, good. You're good.
Are Zoe and Lynette lagging for you guys in chat? I know there's a good delay, so we won't know for a second. It's super hard to pick a favorite, Nikki. I hate picking favorites for anything. My favorite color is rainbow.
My favorite color is apples.
Okay, no lag.
Yeah, no lag, not
okay,
really.
Cool.
Okay, good deal.
As long as I don't have to fix anything on my end, we can keep going. Like, Zoe and Lynette are out of sync on my screen, but if they're good for you, we can go on to the next question.
Just didn't like Depp. Oh, that's interesting, Zoe, that you didn't like Johnny Depp.
I heard that a lot, that Johnny Depp,
his
acting bothered people.
I have, like, a lot of mixed feelings about Johnny Depp. I still, like, want to like it and stuff like that. Like, and especially since, I don't know if anybody else has known, like, he's been cleared of all of his allegations and stuff like that. As it turns out, it was his wife. And I know that was a lot of people's hangout, was that he was currently being accused of a lot of abuse and stuff like that. As it turns out, it's his wife who's a garbage human and not him, which the tables have turned. I have mixed feelings on his acting job in Crimes of Grindelwald as well. But at the same time, I also really trust him as an actor and as a man who knows his craft. Because, like, I mean, just name his big roles, like Edward Scissorhands and Captain Jack Sparrow. Right. Like, just knocked it out of the park with both of those.
So Pirates, but I agree with Zoe 2 Dots, what she said in chat, that, like, it would have been nice to have somebody unknown, because I feel like most of the people that we did see were unknown other than Newt. So it would have kept up with the consistency. And the guy that he was portraying in the, like, I know it was Graves in the first movie. That actor I definitely preferred. I kind of wish that maybe he had been Grindelwald. Maybe.
And also, Grindelwald is supposed to be from Germany. and I kind of didn't understand his accent choice personally. It's like I don't know what you're going for here. Like, it's a little bit British, but it's also like I feel like you're channeling Captain Jack, like in some parts of the act.
In disguise.
But then you're like super serious, so I don't know how to approach it. Like, what?
Yeah, it might have helped again. So, like, going back to the unknown actor standpoint, to like not have that be a possibility, to be kind of like, oh, why would you think of Captain Jack Sparrow? Oh, because he played it, so
yeah, exactly. The bleached blonde hair Nikki did not work for Johnny Depp. I fully agree. It washed him right out, and that might have been what they were going for with the character. But yes, I agree. The bleached blonde hair was not a good look.
All right. You guys ready? That's fun little sidetrack. Okay. Who is your favorite Wizarding World character? Mine, throughout reading the Harry Potter books, was Sirius Black for the longest time. And then I got older and I reread. And I think it's probably obvious by now my favorite character is Luna Lovegood. I relate to her a lot in personality, and I just really appreciate how she's been through so much in her personal life, and she still has such a positive outlook on the world. It's very admirable.
So I really like McGonagall. Primarily because, so if you haven't read McGonagall's backstory on Pottermore, you should definitely do that. Like, her life, just like the experiences and like thinking about, I mean, y'all should look it up yourself, but like just empathizing with her full life and like the experiences that she's had and how much Hogwarts really means to her, I think is like what I relate to, of like Hogwarts being like, I don't know. That's also why when we saw McGonagall in Crimes of Grindelwald, I was like, y'all, no, wait, how is so? I have tried. I actually, like, I recorded myself. I haven't put this in a video yet, but like following through, trying to make it work. Like, I can make it work, and then there's like, I'll read something and then remember, like, oh shoot, there's like this one little detail from this other thing. It doesn't work. So McGonagall in general is my favorite. Bellatrix is also my favorite. So I dressed up as Bellatrix for Halloween last year. If I were a Death Eater, I would be Bellatrix. And that's primarily because of Helena Bonham Carter's acting. Like, she's just queen. I would love to be friends with her. I don't think I could be as cool as her, but I'd just be friends with her. That's it. And it's my last one. Sorry. My third favorite character. I actually have 5 on my list right now, but I'm only gonna do 3. My third one, someone that we don't know as much about, but started to learn about, and then apparently she died, Leta Lestrange. Like, I am obsessed with Leta Lestrange. Like, I would love to be friends with her. She's just like so cool.
Such a sweetheart. I just want to be her friend.
It's
to
so
make her
cool.
Feel loved and feel better and feel like it's okay and like she didn't do anything wrong. Like it's okay what she did. She didn't mean to.
And the first portrayal of a Slytherin, like, not being a total and complete butt munch in the films. Like, I feel like the films totally skipped on, the good points of Slytherin. Like, being someone who identifies very much as Slytherin, like, having Leta Lestrange as a film version of a Slytherin who's, like, not a terrible person, and instead having, like, the viewpoint as a Griffin, like, of the Gryffindors being, like, I thought that was, yes, Leta, I love her.
And also, like, that's the first time you get a good Slytherin female role model, right? Because, like, Pansy.
would not have been friends with Pansy. I mean, like,
Draco, let me stroke your hair.
I'd have been side-eyeing that all day long. Yeah. Yeah, personally, it's really hard to pick a favorite character. It's really, really hard. I identify most, I guess, with Queenie Goldstein. Just like being kind of kooky and weird and like kind of not there, but then like just having so much going on in your head like constantly, having people underestimate you like constantly is a huge thing for me personally. It's just like, okay, you're gonna underestimate me just because I'm female. That's cool. I'm just gonna sit here and like do my own thing while you sit here and underestimate me. And then also the portrayal, especially in Crimes of Grindelwald, with her legitimate being almost like social anxiety, where she's in a crowd and it just being so loud in her head. I like really identified with that too. Like, it's like, this is too much, y'all.
That's a great scene for sure.
But at the same time, like, also super identifying with Molly Weasley. Like, just having, you know, my own little pack of boys, like, just not just like my two little boys that are actually like my sons, but also just like having constantly been around male figures in my life and kind of been like the mom figure to those guys constantly, just like herding my little pack of boys around. That's kind of been just my thing, just my shtick. So identifying with her, and especially like the Bogart scene for Molly Weasley really hit me, especially the first time I read it, where she's confronted by the Bogart, and it's just showing her all of her sons and all of her family dead. Like, yeah, that's a worst case scenario. That is everything has gone wrong thing. So yeah, really identifying that, and the fierce protectiveness that Molly portrays, especially in that final battle, which, like, I haven't gotten to the last book yet in the series. I'm almost there. But that, no, like, her with Bellatrix, not my daughter.
Yeah.
Being like, this is the line in the sand. This is it. You've already taken one. That's it. No more. It's over. I love that fierce mama bear protectiveness, because, like, feel that. So hard. So, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, Rice to Valor also shouting at Snape. That was also another character on my list.
100%.
Super gray, messy.
Exactly. Shout out to Prodigy's Nation, who was dropped into the chat.
Oh,
hey there.
Welcome. Thank you.
Wizards Unite.
Go Shiny wants to know. Right? Go Shiny wants to know who we would pick to play Grindelwald. If not Johnny Depp. Ooh, that's a really hard question. Oh god.
Okay, so we need someone that's like smooth, charismatic, like has that vibe going.
Okay, but only because he just got cast in the Dahmer movie, Zac Efron. Like, he just got cast as Jeffrey Dahmer, so that kind of like serial killer, but I'm really, really suave, and you're not gonna expect me to be like this villain thing.
It's hard because like Zac Efron is the same thing as Johnny Depp. I'm like, oh, High School Musical. Right. Like, I'm not gonna be able to see him as, you know. I don't want to like dance, right? Exactly.
It's hard to think.
Not doing that.
I'm not good at names, so I'm really not the person to ask as far as actors' names. I'm terrible at remembering them. But again,
yeah, we'll have to think about that
I want
more.
it to be somebody unknown, so I feel like I wouldn't know them.
It would be hard to come up with. Yeah.
Right.
Let's cast Alan. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That would be a really good challenge to do, is like recast the films.
That would be a fun live stream to do.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Be interesting.
One of your 2 channels,
Yeah.
maybe?
I'm up. I'm in. We'll keep doing live stream.
Yes.
We'll figure out the next challenge
Yes.
with the with the Harry Potter.
All right. Did
Ghost.
we all answer favorite character? Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, maybe, says Wizard Nikki.
Oh, actually, just because of Loki, like that might be pretty good. Ooh, and then opposite of him, just kind of like going in that vein, Benedict Cumberbatch as Dumbledore.
Sherlock?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's unavoidable if you have like famous people to be like, oh, that's
right. Exactly. But then also just because like I just don't want Benedict Cumberbatch to like stop talking. Like, please continue. Yes. I am listening. Thank you. Oh, okay. We should probably move on to the next question.
Next question.
All
Here's
right. Next question. What house did you think you would be in before taking the Pottermore quiz? I thought I would be in Hufflepuff, mainly just because I am super shy and awkward and feel really nervous around people, and I'm really all about fairness and equality and just making sure that everything is fair for everybody, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. And for some reason I thought that was Hufflepuff, but I have over the years learned more in depth what each house means, and now I feel more like, okay, yeah, I did get sorted into the right house.
I wanted Gryffindor growing up because I thought that was supposed to be the most desirable house. You know, like think about just like the ways that we praise people in society, like kind of the whole, oh, you're so brave, like, or whatever. Like, and what's fascinating about the houses is that they don't necessarily have to be like good, bad, you know, or good and evil or whatever. And that, you know, quite frankly, all of the like attributes or characteristics that are typically affiliated with each house are pretty special and noble, and especially when you have people working together. Like if you just had a bunch of Slytherins doing something, like that might look like something, but like what does it look like when you have a bunch of different kinds of people or whatever, if we're going to link it to personalities or whatever it is that kind of like makes the houses resonate with us. But yeah, primarily because I was like, oh, Gryffindor, that's the one. Like, that's the one I'm supposed to like, right? And then the more, I mean, of course, like the more that I read, and obviously the older I got, the more nuanced my perspective became of each of those houses.
Right.
10,000%. I kind of didn't know. I thought I was going to be either Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, just because of like, you know, I tend to like value intelligence in that way, but like also I also value loyalty / really good food. So yeah, that's kind of just where I thought I was going to land, just because like, yeah, I think that, you know, being intelligent and valuing intelligence is important, and like understanding that like, you know, life is a journey and constantly learning is good. But then like also understanding that like being loyal to your friends is very important, and being loyal to the people around you is important. And then also like knowing that food is a great way to like connect with people and learn about new cultures and stuff, I think is something that I hold very close to me. So getting sorted into Slytherin was like a, huh? but why though? But then the more I looked into Slytherin from like a not movie perspective / like not first 5 books perspective of getting sorted into Slytherin, I was like, oh no, I really do value ambition and being witty and these different things, and so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. I can be here. This jags with me. But then, like, depending on the day, you can also sort me into Ravenclaw, like, really easily. Like, I flip between the two. But I've decided to be Slytherin because it's like, I'm different.
That's really interesting. So my partner Jeff and I, there's 2 videos on my channel right now where we're like talking about the series. Mm-hmm. And one thing that we brought up was like how interesting it is that like, so I don't know. I tend to think that I change over time. I mean, I flip back and forth. Some days I'm like, oh no, I've always been exactly the same. Other days I'm like, no, I've grown like tremendously. I'm sure it's something like in between or something that isn't one or the other. But that it's interesting that you get sorted, like literally you're 11, you go in the sorting hat and then that's your house forever. Yeah. Like there's no switching, there's no anything like, and I don't know. It's just like, it's really interesting like how much pride is in like the houses and how complicated people are, you know, like, and so it's like we have these labels and we try to communicate, but it's like really hard to talk about like who it is that we are and what it is that we value and how that potentially shapes and gets more refined over time. But I don't know, all of it's just really fascinating to think about.
That's why putting labels on yourself gets like so complicated. Like even with things like, you know, Myers-Briggs or the houses or like whatever label you want to put on yourself. Like 5 years ago, I most definitely was not this Zoe. Like definitely was not. And so like labels are temporary. Like in 10 years, will I be a Slytherin? I don't know. Probably not. Will I even fit into the same Myers-Briggs test that I just took, like, you know, 2 months ago? Probably not. Like, everybody evolves and everybody changes. So, like,
and it's for the best.
For yourself a label.
You wouldn't want to stay the same person your whole life because then you're really never growing as a person. You're never going to experience things because you're not going to push yourself to do new things or let yourself experience failures or whatever it may be.
Yeah, definitely experience failure and like learning, like, oh my gosh, like I've been sending you guys a bunch of like Gary Vaynerchuk and stuff like that, just like especially with this like emotional journey we're going through, like building a YouTube channel and stuff. I feel like he's got a lot of useful insight. And him talking about like learning from failure and him talking about like, I love failing because then I learn I learn everything. It's a great learning experience. And like, well, like nobody enjoys failing because there's always some like loss. But at the same time, like, no, I've actually learned something from this and learned how to be a better version of myself. So
this
failure is
has
good.
made me a better human being. Most
Huzzah! Hopefully, unless you're gonna be like, no, I am this way,
and then you just
I'm gonna continue.
You go in a cycle, and you just gotta keep learning that same lesson over and over until it finally gets through your head.
Exactly, it's gonna happen too. Like you're gonna keep learning that lesson until you break through it. It's just gonna happen.
That's how the universe works.
I've learned that. I've learned that from experience. Oh, I should stop that thing. Okay. Catching up on chat real quick. Rise to Valor. I am always for more David Tennant in everything. Thank you.
Yes, that's good. Yes, I co-sign.
Oh, hey, Janessa.
I'm just saying, sassy.
Sorry, what did you say to me? Did you say something to me?
Oh no, just sassy Scottish boys.
Oh,
always. Oh. Again, with the same Cumberbatch thing. No, just keep talking. It's okay.
Wizard Nikki asked, what house would we have been placed in at 11? I think I probably would have been Ravenclaw. It was more like once I took the quiz and saw it, it clicked and it was like, okay, yeah, like that does make sense. And then as I've learned more, like I learned a couple months ago that the reason Hermione's not a Ravenclaw is because she is very book smart, and Ravenclaws are more like a creative smart that can see a perspective of the world that most other people don't see. And once I learned that, I was like, okay, everything makes sense, because very much like Luna, I am that person that's like, oh, do you see this, or do you think about this magical like universal thing? The planets, they affect everything. I really do.
Classic Kita.
OMG, Jupiter right now. Are you kidding me?
Jupiter's
Thank
retrograde.
you, Jupiter.
Help me.
So yeah,
We've been having
I'm
fun.
really fighting right now. Help me.
Ravenclaw through and through, probably my whole life. I've always just been that curious person that's always wondering about the world. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think same. I think, so even though I was good at school growing up, I was also a brat, or I still am a brat. Like, I don't really appreciate, like, structure that is confining. And I feel like, even though I'm an educator, and I study education, there's a lot of issues with the ways things are organized, the way schooling is done. And so, like, I'm also very anarchist, like, oh no, burn it to the ground. So I enjoy learning, but I don't, like, so I know that there are other ways that things could be done. And so that's kind of like, it makes sense. Like, it's not just about, like you were saying with just Hermione, with being book smart. It's like, I also, like, if I can find spaces to, like, make accommodations to whatever the rules are, because, like, I don't know, I don't like making people feel confined, or that they can't reach whatever full potential it is, because people are so different. Even though we have a lot of similarities, being human, of course, but, like, we're also very different. And so we have to be able to acknowledge and appreciate that as well.
100% agree with that.
Totally. Everybody learns differently, and I feel like we wouldn't need the Every Kid Left, or No Kid Left Behind program if we took into consideration how each kid needs to learn. So, yeah, totally agree.
Yeah.
Zoe?
Yeah. That's really difficult. It's like 11-year-old Zoe was so different from today's Zoe. And at the same time, like, not so different. In that way, where just, like, there are times where I'm like, you disagree with me? I fight you. Come at me, bro. I don't know. Either I would have been Ravenclaw, or weirdly maybe Gryffindor at 11, just because of that, like, confrontational sort of, like, you're gonna put me in a box, you're gonna, like, make rules against me, watch this.
I can see that.
I don't know, and that might have been just, like, a product of my environment, again, growing up in, like, a super conservative church where, like, kind of me and my family didn't fit that mold. Like, me and my family, like, my dad and my mom and my sister, like, we were here, but just because we knew people and it was comfortable there. But at the same time, like, we didn't agree with a lot of the doctrine being preached and a lot of the values being preached at that particular church. And so just coming from a place of just, like, you gonna put labels on me? You gonna try and put me in that box, girl? Watch this. And, like, that's just kind of been me for forever. It's just, like, that's cute. So, like, maybe a little bit Gryffindor just from that. Like, I probably would have been sorted into Gryffindor at 11. Either that or Ravenclaw, just because, like, I've always been kind of creative and weird and, like, off base. And kind of really not afraid to show it. Like, really not afraid to show it. Like, hi. My motto when I was 11 was, like, normal is boring. Like, probably would have been sorted into Ravenclaw.
Yes.
Or
You would have all been Ravenclaw.
I'll have to go.
Yeah,
Let me go get my time turner and see what 11-year-olds are.
Yes.
no time turners.
Oh,
They've
kidding.
cause the calamity.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. I'm gonna get my foil hat. Yes, Janessa. Sorting kids at 11 is putting them into a box, and I 100% agree that like. I think Dumbledore said like maybe we sort kids too early. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
What if they like? What if everybody got resorted every year? Imagine how crazy that would be. Like, what if every year you have a chance to switch?
It's so tied to identities, right? It's like people like, and part of it is kind of like how the perception of people. Like if Slytherin had a different kind of like connotation or vibe that went with it, like would we see Draco in the same way? I mean, first of all, like Draco's a bad example, but like you know what I mean? Like would we be able to see people differently with I don't know if like a solution would be more complex labels or like messy labels, or if it's kind of like I don't know, like really what is the point of the houses? Like what is it that we're trying to do? Are we trying to do something together, or if we're like competing, then like that's also another thing. Like it doesn't have to be a competition. Like you can create different kinds of dynamics with people.
That's very true.
Maybe
I think it's just Hogwarts and Ilvermorny that have houses too. I don't think, from what we know, I don't think any of the other wizarding schools have houses or a separation like that.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, it just seems to be
Ilvermorny
and Hogwarts, but yeah.
Why?
Headcanon. What if, just thinking about Draco's personality traits, what if he hadn't been sorted into Slytherin? And just thinking off of his personality traits, what if he was a Hufflepuff?
If he didn't have his parents, he would have been.
I was gonna say it's his parent. That's why I paused, because I was like, well, if you grow up in a household that has this pureblood ideology, like, I mean, it's very difficult to escape that. It's kind of like it's tragic, right? It's like he's trapped, kind of.
Exactly. Like that's why it barely sat on his head before it was just like Slytherin. It was because of that pureblood ideology, like 100%. Draco didn't care about like ambition and wit and cunning and stuff like that. Like he had his group of friends, and that's who he stuck with, like all through school. So yeah, I think if he hadn't had that pure blood ideology, he probably would have been a Hufflepuff, which like I ain't mad at. I ain't mad at that at all. Thank you, Wonder Woman, for smashing the like button. Appreciate that.
Yes. And exciting that the last Harry Potter movie is playing on the TV.
Yes. Oh, God. Yeah.
The TV's trying
I need to do another rewatch.
For Wizards Unite.
So much hype.
We had major hype this week. My goodness. Snag those names, though, so...
I need a break, and then next week I'm going to be like, "Where's the news, man? I need news."
That's how they get us.
Allows them the chance to first belong something when they first start school. Yes, I think that is the message there. Having that found family, especially for Harry, I think the found family was very important.
That's true. It's important to, like, they're away from home. They don't have their parents for a good chunk of the year. They probably need a support system. They probably need to be given people like that. That's a very good point. And
English schools, at least schools in Britain, do have houses.
Yeah,
correction.
That's true.
So
we learned that from Mark.
It's a very British thing to do, to have that house, and it's almost like joining a sorority or a fraternity here in college, but it happens much, much earlier than college years.
From the sounds of it, and Nikki, you could say if this is correct, from the sounds of it, it's more like a way to separate them for classes, you know, just like you're in this house, so you're going to this class at this time with these people, like... Instead of everybody having different schedules, you're always with the same group.
Yeah. like grades for us, like freshman, sophomore, senior.
Sort of. I had like 320 people in my class. So I rarely had 2 classes with the same person.
Mm.
Yeah, mine was 686. I went to a large high school.
That's
It was
huge.
only elementary school where we were like same class, same class.
That makes sense.
You had 5 people?
I had 5 people in my graduating class. I went to a very small conservative school. Our graduation ceremony was more of a talent show than it was an actual graduation ceremony, which we all fought against fairly hard. We were like, we don't want to be on stage for an hour. Like, just give us the diplomas and let us go away.
Oh.
And our senior advisor, who was very amazing and actually worked at the same Bible camp that I had worked at for audiovisual stuff. And so both of us had like the inside jokes from that same camp, which was great. It was like, no, I can't do that. I have tried. I am very sorry. So, why do you do this? He was like 7 years older, but like, because we had been to the same Bible camp, like we still had the same jokes in our head. And I'm like, but yeah, he fought very hard for us, and I appreciate it.
Aww.
Like, I don't want to be on stage for an hour. There's 5 of us. Just give us our diplomas and let us go home. I want cake, and then I want to be able to dye my hair a crazy color, because conservative Christian schools suck. I was like, I just want to dye my hair pink and get out of here. Like, let's go.
I think my public school wouldn't let us dye our hair a crazy color because it was distracting.
Mm-hmm. Lots of those rules.
You couldn't
for
have
sure.
like a crazy haircut either because that was distracting. So
Yep, couldn't
gotta
either.
love
And
the South in the US.
God, growing up in just like conservative culture in general sucks. Especially if you're like an inner goth like me. I'm just like, just let me listen to my metal and dress in black, okay? It doesn't mean I work.
Black nail polish
That's not that.
was not allowed in my house. It's just nail polish, but like not allowed because it's.
My mom was fine with it, but my school was not. And so I painted my toenails black forever because no one could see them. And so I was like,
A rebel.
Secrets.
Because I was that child.
That's so
Okay, catching up on chat again.
So groups of 8, roughly 30 to the class. And then you'd link up with other groups occasionally for various lessons. Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting. Okay.
It must be a lot easier for them to just create a few schedules versus an individual schedule for every kid.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. Rise to Valor wants to know, if you could pick your Patronus, what would it be and why? That is a really good question.
So tough.
I, of course, already have my answers.
We should share our actual Patronuses as well.
Mine's so dumb.
Well, then you can share the one that you want or that you wish you had.
My actual Patronus is I think the first time I took it, it was a weasel. Chosen Patronus is Thunderbird. I love birds. It would either be some sort of magical bird or magical underwater creature. And we haven't learned about too many other than like Kelpies, so I'm gonna go with a Thunderbird.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a chow dog, which I'm totally cool with because adorable. I'm also like, I want something like, bam, Phoenix. Like, I would want a Phoenix.
No shame in that. If I can choose Thunderbird, I can choose Phoenix.
Yeah, you guys have such epic ones, and I'm just like, as usual.
Want to hear it?
So my actual Patronus is apparently a gray squirrel, which I totally understand to be undiagnosed. Calm down. ADHD. Oh. But my actual Patronus, I like 10,000% believe is my dog Macchiato, and she was a brown newfie. I'm just really quick. This is my Dato.
Oh.
She is my doggo. She's a brown Newfoundland. We rescued her, and she has such like a strong presence that she has shown up in dreams for people who have never met her personally.
Wow.
Like one of Maggie's, my sister's friends came over to our house, met this dog, took a couple of pictures with her. And then this girl's boyfriend, she had met this dog for like 20 minutes. She showed a single picture of Macchiato to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend had never met this dog in person. That night had a dream about Macchiato and about how like he and his girlfriend were having a fight, and then suddenly Macchiato showed up and everything was okay.
Oh.
And she's such a strong presence in my life and came into like such a key point in my life that I'm like 10,000% if I had the ability to cast a Patronus, Macchiato. And she's just like, she's my puppy. 1,000%.
Sweet.
That's the best answer.
I just
Awesome.
our fur babies, right?
Yeah.
Our fur
I think
babies.
Winston's asleep, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh, little Winnie.
She passed away just before my youngest little guy, Rory, was born. Like literally maybe 2 weeks before he was born.
Mhm.
And it kills me that she didn't get to meet him because she loved my O so much. And so it just kills me that they didn't get to meet each other, because I feel like they would have been such like spirits together. Like they would have just absolutely clicked together, and like, so it kills me that they didn't get to meet. So bone cancer is terrible, and it takes a lot of dogs, and it sucks because I love my Dato.
So sad.
I'm really sorry. That was like a huge nuclear.
No, that's sweet.
That was a good answer. It was a really sweet answer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody appreciates knowing why you chose that as your Patronus.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get her like as a Patronus, like in her Patronus form, like tattooed somewhere on my body. So yeah, rescue your dogs, y'all. Totally do rescue. It's really worth it. We've rescued 2 dogs so far, and oh my god, they're messed up. But once you get past they're broken and you can work through them, it's so worth it because they're such good dogs. So your beer. I'm not gonna cry. Oh my god, I'm not gonna cry. This is like officially my annual suck day, but like I'm not gonna cry.
I'm sending you so many hearts.
So many loves.
Tinks. I
Hearts in
appreciate
the chat
it.
for Zoe.
It's a horrible day today for me, but you know, we're gonna get through it and it's gonna be okay.
It's also just about 3 o'clock here for me, 3 in the morning, and I woke up at 6 a.m. So I think we are about to wrap this up. If you guys have any last questions, we'll answer a couple more, and then probably head out for the night. I really, really appreciate you guys joining. I didn't think that there would be this many people, because it's 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's not
Thank
3 in
you.
the morning everywhere, so yes, thank you everybody so much.
Right.
It's fun hanging out.
Mm-hmm. It's been really great. Ibiza Magic, Kind of Magic got an Ibiza Hound on Pottermore.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I actually don't remember what an Ibiza Hound
I want to look
looks
that up.
like. I'm guessing it's probably something lanky and very runny. So, like, I'm going to go run and do the thing.
Oh, look at that glare.
Oh my gosh.
Aww.
It's like a whippet with big old
Yeah,
ears.
it does look like a whippet.
So cute. So cute. That's a good Patronus. I like it.
That's very fun.
Very, very cute. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a gripe with people in Wizards Unite that you didn't get to like pick your Patronus or like port your Patronus over, but like, whatever.
Maybe
It would be
eventually, but yeah, that's a lot to add in and to like personalize when there's already so much in the game.
For sure.
Yeah, 1000%. We should sign off because
Okay, sorry, that's my little second yawn in 1 minute. Thank you everybody so much again for joining. Make sure to go sub to both of these beautiful ladies. We're going to be doing lots and lots of collabs and probably more live streams because this was a lot of fun.
It was much fun, and you guys in chat are amazing, and this is so great. Like, what even?
Have a beautiful day, night, whatever it is for you, and we will see you guys soon. Here's a wand. Alright, until next time. You guys know what to do. Use your magic wisely and keep an eye out for Dementors. Nox. And I know it's a little delay, so I'm going to stop it in 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Bye.